Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Learning with Jelly. So, today we're on lesson 7 of module 3, and we're going to talk about list methods. Now, in our previous lesson, we talked about how we can join lists together called concatenation, and we also discussed two methods, the pop that you see in the image below and the append, where the dot pop is going to remove an item from the list and the dot append is going to add items to the list. So we're going to dive a little further in some other methods that we can use as well. So our agenda for today, we're going to do a quick review of object-oriented programming that we saw in other lessons, and we're going to use multiple methods on list objects. So what is object-oriented programming, or OOP? It's a type of programming that programs based off of objects. So everything in Python is an object. Data frames, visuals, models, packages, variables, all of these things are objects. And based off of what the object is, you can do certain methods or actions or call on certain attributes or properties of that object. So, what I can do to a data frame, I can't necessarily do to a visualization. And Python has the amazing ability on the back end to recognize what type of object you are working with. In module 2 was all about the types of objects. Do you have numbers or integers? Do you have text data or strings? Do you have floating point numbers or do you have booleans? So, as I mentioned, method and attributes are specific to the type of object. This is the example that we saw in module 2. Say, for instance, my object is basketball. Certain actions or transformations that I can do to the basketball, I can bounce the basketball, so dot bounce. I can shoot the basketball, dot shoot. And I can call on certain attributes of the basketball, such as color, or in this case, I named it dot orange. Or I can call on how many lines this basketball has with dot in underscore lines. And notice that methods usually end with parentheses. Okay, so there are some list methods. So today we're going to talk about dot sort and dot insert, but we also talked about dot pop, which is removing items in the last lesson. And we also talked about dot append, which was adding items. And there's so many more list methods. You could do a great Google search to see all that's available to you. So we're going to use dot sort to sort this list, and it's more specific for text or string type of data because it's going to sort it alphabetically. So once we call this method, we expect to get bear, monkey, zebra. So the first thing that you do is call the object, which in this case is list2, dot sort. Okay. No arguments in this case. If I want to print out the list, I can add another box and I can do print list2 and I get it in alphabetical order. So it's going to sort our information based off of alphabetical order. We could use the dot insert to insert value of sizes as the first item. So in this case, I'm going to call the object, which is list3. I'm going to call dot insert. Okay. And I'm going to insert the string of sizes at the 0th index. Oh, and we're actually going to flip that around, thinking backwards. Python yelled at me, which is good. I didn't panic. And so in this case, now I can print off the list. So let's go ahead and do a print function, print list3, and let's see if it was added to the beginning. And I can see my output, I have sizes. So dot insert is going to take where you want to add it to. I want to add it at the 0th index. And what do you actually want to add? So in this case, I wanted to add the string of sizes. Awesome. So in summary, everything in Python is an object. Objects have methods, and those methods usually end with a set of parentheses. Know the methods that we discussed in this notebook, in the previous notebook, the dot pop, the dot append, the dot insert, the dot sort, and you will be good to go when working with lists. So thank you all for tuning in to Learning with Jelly. Please like, comment, and subscribe. As always, this notebook is part of the GitHub link that's in the description below so that you can practice and follow along. And we're still not quite done with lists yet. We're going to get more sophisticated in our next lesson by talking about list comprehensions. Thank you so much. Bye bye.